Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. Let's go.
Hey, ladies, how are you? I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn that shit up a notch. Enjoy the rest of your 20s. You only get to do this shit one time.
So GloRilla says, be toxic. But you ladies got a problem with me. GloRilla tells women to be toxic for the rest of their 20s. Don't get in your 30s thinking you could just slash some tires. You're too old for that now. These are the role models. These are the role models for our women. This is the modern day delusion that we got to deal with. This specimen is a role model for teenage girls and young women in their 20s. And her advice to our queens, right? You know, queens, is not to seek God, not to repent, not to keep their legs closed, not to keep themselves pure, to prepare to be a wife in the future. No, the best thing to do is be toxic. And you're wondering why we got all these problems. You're wondering why we live in a culture where our women are just becoming single mothers. You're wondering why they're promiscuous. You're wondering why you can come from a family of money and still be extremely promiscuous, like Lori Harvey. Think about that. You can come from money and still be just like everybody else. No standards whatsoever. You know, when you come from families that is royalty, especially when you have daughters, nobody could just date your daughter. Not when you come from royalty. I said when you come from a family of wealth, no one could just date your daughter. It's not going to happen. People that come from wealth have strict standards and guidelines that must be followed. They wouldn't even allow a guy to get next to their daughter. You would have to come from a family that have values. But now GloRilla is suggesting that you young ladies be toxic in your 20s. So from age 20, rather than you preparing yourself to be a wife, rather than you preparing yourself to raise children, she is suggesting that you be toxic, disgusting, filthy. In other words, do all the bad things now. Slash tires now. Because that's what she said. Don't get in your 30s thinking you could just slash some tires. You're too old for that now. Which suggests that women in today's culture are busy slashing tires in their 30s and 40s. Guys, This is why I say recreational use. They keep getting upset with me. Y'all can't see what we're dealing with? And y'all take women serious? The more I see this type of nonsense, fam, I just want the Most High to come back and just clean up shop in this earth, fam. Because it's disgusting. I'm tired of seeing this nonsense, man. Imagine if you got sons, bro. Because a lot of times you guys, man, you fathers out there that got sons, you probably figure, well, these women out here wilding. And you don't realize, man, you got sons, bro. You got sons. You're raising up young men. Where are these men going to find a decent woman to build a family with? When we have GloRillas and what is the other one, man? The sexy whatever, who she's not even sexy. I don't even know why she put that. Sexy Red or whatever her name is. It's like, I don't understand these women. They're not attractive to me. I don't find them attractive at all. You know, I'm rather, disturbed. At the same time, I'm trying to figure out why is it that they got a platform to be spewing this type of garbage and nobody give them any pushback. But you ladies, you hate me. You hate me when I try to make you accountable for your actions so that you can be a better human being, but you don't like that. But when it comes to GloRilla telling you to be toxic, you celebrate that. And see, this is why the Bible says that the daughters of Zion are under judgment right now. You're definitely under judgment right now, the daughters of Zion. Because you're rebellious. You hate God. You hate the truth. You hate men. You hate the prophets of God. You don't like being accountable for anything. She's suggesting that you be toxic in your 20s. So what about when you get into your 30s after being toxic all them years? What do you expect is going to be the results if you've been toxic all throughout your 20s? What do you think your 30s are going to be? You think men are going to take you serious? You think us brothers are going to want to wife you up? No, we're not. You're going to be recreational use. This is why I teach these brothers, do not marry none of these women in today's day. Don't wife them up. Concubine at best. Because none of you deserve to be wives. This is disgusting beyond measure. And any man that have any standards would not tolerate this type of buffoonery. It's madness. It doesn't make sense. And these are the women that is making you sisters look bad out here. Rather than you focusing your energy on me, calling me misogynistic, male chauvinist, all these dumb stuff you always say when you can't really debate, you need to be talking to GloRilla and the Sexy Reds. These are the women you need to be talking to because they give y'all such a bad image out here. I mean, it's disgusting. Be toxic in your 20s? You think in an Arab country, you'll see Arab men teaching their women, or their women will be out there teaching other Arab women to be toxic? Those women will be put in prison. They will be put in prison, literally, because it violates the law. I don't see no women giving her pushback. Nothing. They congratulate this type of madness. You know? This is crazy. As soon as I saw this mess, I went and I showed it to my daughter. I said, if this mess right here influenced you in any way, you on your own. I told her straight up. I went, I played this for my daughter, and I told her, I said, listen, you see this crap right here? This is what's going on. They're teaching you to be toxic.
And I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn this shit up a notch.
She said, if you're delusional, turn it up a notch. So she's basically telling our young women not only to be toxic, rebellious, cantankerous, argumentative, wild, But if you're a delusional woman, she said, turn it up a notch. And you're wondering why we got all these problems. It doesn't even make any sense. You're wondering why our women are being destroyed. It's not because these men ain't ish. It's because you ladies ain't ish. Because you're sitting back watching a woman teach young women to be toxic. And then when these very same young women are being used as recreational use by these men, you say that these men are the problem when you're the problem. You don't hold each other accountable, ever. You praise each other in your evil. And you're wondering why you're being judged by God. It's absolutely disgusting, man. I don't take women serious at all, fam. None. Because none of y'all hold each other accountable. Y'all don't hold each other accountable. Y'all don't talk about these issues amongst yourselves. You don't call it out. You don't do anything. You just say, well, I'm not like that. I'm a good woman. None of you are good women. Because good women would be given this type of nonsense pushback. How is it that a GloRilla can be successful? That means that the majority of our women are toxic. Come on now. Come on. Come on. How could a woman that promote being toxic be successful unless other toxic women support her? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, because there's no way a decent woman would be supporting a GloRilla or a Sexy Red or what is that other one, man? That other person, forgot her name, man. That one that was with that dude that can't build a school. Whatever his name is, he ain't important to me. All of these women, bro, they're the role models for our young women. The Suzuki Samurai, whatever her name is, Sukiana, toxic, bro. Toxic, 100%, man. I don't see what could anybody see in these women, bro. And yeah, you got a lot of young teenage girls looking up to them, trying to do hairstyles like them, trying to dance like them, yo, I'm telling you, man, the future for these women, man, is sad, bro. What are you going to do for your sons and they try to build a family in the future? What are they going to do with these kind of women, bro? And you wondering why these guys are getting their passports. You wondering why these guys are saying, hey, I'm going overseas. I can't deal with this, man. It's toxic over here. It's really bad. This is why I teach men to focus on their bread, focus on the Most High, and leave women alone. And if you deal with a woman, she's either a concubine or recreational use. That's it. We're not wifing up none of you ladies moving forward. 2023 and beyond, none of you ladies are going to be a wife. Not in this lifetime. And I'm going to continually put out the word to make the brothers understand you don't wife up a modern woman in this society. You don't do it. It's just a bad decision. It's not going to be beneficial to you as a man because they're not worthy. I mean, just think about, we had a discussion yesterday about Marjorie Harvey allegedly cheating on Steve Harvey. And we talked about Marjorie's daughter, Lori, and how she's extremely promiscuous and out here with all these different industry guys. So that's pretty much what being toxic is all about, ladies. It's when you give yourself to everybody, and then when you get older, now you want to settle down. Now you want to do the right thing after you've done been toxic all your life, and you're expecting to have results when you've been living for the devil the majority of your life. What makes you think that a man is going to settle down and save you after you ruin your entire life? Now you're carrying all these spirits from these different guys, and I got to deal with those demons? Nah, it's not worth it. That's why I say recreational use. Recreational use, guys. Moving forward, spread the word to all the brothers. If you're dealing with a modern woman in today's day, recreational use. That's it. They're not worthy for marriage, bro. It's not worth your time, bro. It's not worth the effort. All your resources you're putting in, all the investments you're putting in, only to get toxic, only to get something that is toxic, and she's going to leave you anyway. All you got to do is just look at the divorce rate. Just look at the divorce rate, guys. It's on the wall. It's very evident and clear. As soon as you get married to these women, they're going to divorce after about 2 to 5 years. This is what's happening in today's day. It's not, I would be wrong as a man to teach you brothers that if you're talking to a young lady right now, you need to court her and make her a wife. No. Number one, if she's not a virgin, she's not wife material. I said if a woman is not a virgin, she's not wife material. And for all of you perverted women that have this sick mindset of judging men because we say a woman has to be a virgin in order for us to make her a wife, because we have standards and you don't, right? Don't resort to, oh, you must like children, because now you're being petty and foolish. We're talking about women. We're not talking about children here. We're talking about young ladies that is of marriageable age that are virgins. If you're not a virgin, you're not a wife. Just because you disqualified yourself doesn't mean you get mad at me. And if you really think you're qualified to be a wife, go out there and be one. Let's see if a guy is going to take you down the aisle and put you in a dress and say, I do. It's not happening. Recreational use. Recreational use. I don't understand why you're upset with me. How many of you ladies are a sneaky link right now to a man? How many of you ladies, at the sound of my voice, you're a sneaky link to a man, which means you're not his wife, but you mess around with him? Well, guess what? You're recreational use. I don't understand why you're upset with me. And always understand this, ladies, no man can take advantage of you. For far too long, you've been saying that these men are users and they are using you for sex. A man cannot use you. You make the quality decision to open your legs for every man that you get with. Please stop. You make the choice. Nobody could choose for you. You make the choice to yield your members to a man. That's toxic, because these are typically the kind of guys that you get with when you're in your prime years. You know, like GloRilla. Just think about all the relationships she probably had. Just think about the amount of guys and the times. And then later in life, she's going to want to be a wife. It's too late. Nobody's going to deal with you. I don't understand, how could a woman in her right mind keep being in her feelings every time a man speaks? See, the problem is, ladies, your father was not there for you because your mom was in the streets. And your father, in most cases, didn't even know you were born because your mom was in the streets getting it in. And she told you a lie that your daddy ain't ish. And because of that, you had daddy issues and you hate men, but you still sleep with them because you trying to cope with the trauma of not being able to see your father. And when you see content like mine, you get in your feelings because you already done know you destroyed your life, ruined your chances of being a wife. And now your life is in shambles and you busy playing sexy red and GloRilla, thinking that being toxic is cool when it's not. So don't blame men by saying men are taking advantage of women when women are the ones choosing these men. You see, ladies, every time you get with a man and you lay with him, you chose to be with him. You made the conscious decision to get with that man. You didn't know him. You didn't know his background. You didn't know his whereabouts. You didn't know nothing about this man. What you know is that you wanted to get it in, and you did it. And now you got pregnant out of wedlock. Now you're carrying a baby. And now, because you're carrying that baby, you're upset with the man because you can't control him. So you end up breaking off the relationship because you thought that breaking up the relationship was the way to prove if he loved you or not. Because by breaking up with him, you thought that he was going to run back to you and beg for your hand in marriage, not realizing that when you break up with a man, by nature, us men, we're not going to run after you. We're going to let you go. So now you're struggling raising a child by yourself, being toxic in your 20s, pushing 30. Now you got 2 kids out of wedlock. You hit 30, you meet another boo. Now you're pregnant again. And he's gone. So now you're listening to my videos and you're mad. So you take it out on me because your baby daddy ain't ish because of your choices. When are you going to be accountable for your actions? Because GloRilla is telling you, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. Why not for the rest of your life? Because that's exactly what it's going to be. See, if you're toxic in your 20s, you're going to also be toxic in your 30s. There's no way you can go from being toxic to being righteous. It's not going to happen. There's no way you're going to be toxic in your 20s and then be holy in your 30s and expect to find a husband. It's not going to happen. Because if we know your history, we're definitely not dealing with you. See, I could look at a woman and I could see the devil on her. It's very easy for me to look at that, especially in 2023. My eyes and my vision is very sharp, and I can see the demons. I mean, just look at the photo on the screen. Look at GloRilla's image, fam. Tell me what you see. I'm telling you, man, who's taking her down the aisle to make her a wife? I want to know how many of you guys with a yes or no. We want to know from the guys. How many of you guys would take GloRilla down the aisle to make her a wife? Yes or no? Just having a little discussion with the men and find out so that you ladies can see how we think about you. How many of you guys with a yes or a no would make GloRilla your wife based on everything you see she do in the public, how she carry herself, how she talk? Do you think that she would be fit to be your wife and the mother of your children? Look at the chat, ladies, because that's exactly how we think about you. That's exactly how we think about you. Not even recreational use, fam. I wouldn't even be caught sleeping with a woman like that, bro. Any man that would be saying to himself, recreational use with GloRilla, something wrong with you, bro. You're going to have to check that at the door. You really got to check that one at the door, fam. Just because we say recreational use, we're not saying use women. That's not what I teach. But any man that is willing to sleep with GloRilla in the state of mind she's in, something wrong with you too, bro. Why would you sleep with a woman that is clearly toxic and demonic? That would mean that you share the same sentiments just like her. Some of you brothers got to check your energy at the door, fam. A real man is not sleeping with that woman. Any man that's caught with her is toxic, because toxic attract toxic. Men of quality would not place their rod inside of a woman like that. That would be toxic. By the basics of the word, that would be toxic. And see, this just proved that we got a lot more work to do with you brothers in terms of teaching you this truth, because some of y'all, you don't have a problem sleeping with GloRilla. And that's sad. I'm trying to figure this out. She's teaching young women to be toxic, but you guys would take her as recreational use? Nah, fam. Something wrong with that one. You know, something ain't right with that. And this is why, as ladies, you got to respect your bodies, man. You got to respect yourself as a woman and stop getting your damn feelings every time a man speak. See, the issue that a lot of you ladies have is that you never really been around men that hold you accountable, men that are serious about life. You've been around these Pookies and Ray Rays that just want to smash. A guy that just want to smash is going to tell you anything you want to hear. A guy that want to smash will tell you you're a queen. He'll tell you you're a goddess. He'll tell you sweet nothings all day just to get in that pants. And once he get you, he's out. How many times have you ladies been played by different men who gas you up and then they got it in and then they bounced, and that was it. They were gone. Those were toxic men. That's what you attracted. So you can't blame nobody else but yourself. Listen to her words, fam. This is crazy.
Hey, ladies, how on you? When I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn that shit up a notch. Enjoy the rest of your 20s. You only get to do this shit one time.
You know how embarrassing it is to be a black man in today's day? And you see your women doing this? It's extremely sad. Extremely sad, fam. To be a black man in today's day. And you look and you see your women, the daughters of Zion, toxic, evil, and wicked. And they're praised for it. You know we in the last days. And it's only our women that are like this. If you really think about it, because you know a lot of times, brothers, our women will say stuff like all women are like this and other ethnic groups of women are. No. Our women are the only ones like this. I don't see no Arab women doing this. I don't see no Asian women doing this, fam. I don't see nobody else but our women doing this. And they're proud of this. Be toxic. Be evil. Be wicked. Be ratchet. If you listen to their music, it's ratchet. This is what they teach. And they're constantly calling each other bitchs all day. That's all they talk about, fam. Be toxic. Be ratchet. Sleep around. They twerking. Bending over, showing everybody their assets. Fam, it's disgusting, man. How could anybody take this mess serious? How could anybody tell me I'm wrong? And we wondering why there are no leaders in the black community, because you ladies ran them all off. Every time a man began to speak, you run the men off, talking about he's misogynistic. So let me get this straight. I'm trying to teach you women to have some damn sense, to wake the hell up, correct the errors of your ways. And I'm misogynistic. So you want to go to hell. You want to be with the devil. How you expect to have a husband if you can't take criticism? How do you expect to have a family if you don't expect a man to lead you? So what are you expecting? What are you expecting from a relationship when you're with a man? Because when a man is with you, he's going to regulate you. Trust and believe that if you're out of pocket, a man is going to regulate you. He's going to. So I don't see how could you be in your fifis every time I speak. You should see some of these comments, man. I be blocking a lot of these women. And then when I block them, they send me a message on Instagram saying I'm sassy for blocking them. Why in the world would I allow your toxic tail to keep posting a bunch of demon comments in my videos? I don't want to read that garbage. I'm just going to block you and cancel you and get you up on out of here. I don't got no time. You're disturbing my peace. What kind of demon is on you that you feel the need to keep coming to me every single day, being argumentative and combative every time I speak? This is why you don't got a man. No man is going to be around you with that attitude. None. And this is just more proof you weren't raised with your father. Because when a woman is constantly being argumentative with a man and don't know how to just be quiet, that's proof her daddy wasn't in her life. Because when a woman was raised by her father, she understands authority. But when a woman is argumentative, she have no home training. And that's a fact. Shout out to S7 for the $184.99 super chat. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Salute to S7 again for sponsoring the show. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely sad. And it's like anytime you talk about these issues, what women tend to do is they start to deflect. Well, what about the men? Well, what about the men? What about the men you keep choosing? What about the men you keep choosing, ladies? Why is it that every single man you choose is always toxic? How come every guy that you sleep with leaves you? You chose him, remember? Look, ladies, a man cannot take advantage of you. Because if he did that, he would go to jail for violating you. So if a man is able to sleep with you, you had to open up your legs for him. You welcomed him in. So think about all the guys you welcomed in your body, all the guys you carried their babies, but then you turn around and go on Facebook saying that your baby daddy ain't ish. No, it's not that your baby daddy ain't ish. You ain't ish. And you don't want to take accountability for your actions. You don't want to look into the mirror and say, you know what? It's my fault why my life is ruined. I tell you ladies all the time, keep your damn legs closed, but they're open like a 24-hour store. Why? Because you can't keep them closed. But then you blame the men, saying the men are using you for sex. A man cannot use a woman for sex, fam. It takes two to tango. If a man is horny, you're most likely horny too. That's why you got with him. Please stop. Please stop. Or you're just passing your tail around to get some cash or resources from a man that you know ain't ish, but you're giving him the box in order to get the cash. We hear all of this type of stuff online, fam. I've seen content creator females on YouTube teaching women to give up their body in order to get resources from men. You tell me. But I'm the bad guy because I'm speaking about this truth. GloRilla is teaching our young women to be toxic in the rest of their 20s. Don't get in your 30s thinking you could just slash some tires. You're too old for that. She's telling you that you're too old to slash tires in your 30s. So she's basically saying, slash all the tires you want to slash in your 20s. Come on now. This is crazy, man. Where are all the women standing up? Where are all the women protesting against GloRilla? Why GloRilla is in business? Because women are toxic. That's the only way. There's no way to tell me that the majority of women in today's culture are decent. When you got a GloRilla, a Sukihana, a Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Beyonce, the list goes on and on and on. Ice Spice, all this madness, all of these different seasonings of different women out here poisoning these young girls with garbage, training them up to be toxic. And none of you give them pushback. None. But the men are the bad guys. Let's blame the men, ladies. Let's blame them. What about the guys, Ringo? What about the guys? What about you? Can you at least hold that mirror to you without deflecting? Because this is all you ladies do. All you do is deflect. You could never hold yourself accountable. You ladies are supposed to be protesting against this filth. This woman is telling you 20-year-olds, be toxic. And y'all cool. Y'all cool with it. Where's the sisterhood to speak against this? They're in agreement with it because they're toxic. I keep telling you, fam, toxic women support toxic women. The reason why nobody gives GloRilla, Sexy Red, Sukihana any sort of pushback is because they're all toxic. It's really bad, man. Look at the lashes, guys. Look at those lashes, man. This is what women wear. Stuff is so unattractive. I can't tell you. It's just really sad, man. If you're a woman, you trying to come around me, don't wear that shit around me. I'm going to dismiss you quick. I'm going to call you out on that mess. Quick. I don't tolerate none of this type of buffoonery, fam. Don't come to me with none of that garbage, bro. Seriously. Stuff is a turnoff. As soon as I see it, I'm like, she got problems. It make no sense, man. Like, who started that garbage? Who told you that looks good? Who told you that? And it's like, they all do it. You walk down the streets, you see the same thing. You're like, you just get so turned off by it, man. It's like, my goodness, bro. That's why when we see other women of other nations, man, we're like, wow, there goes a woman that look like a woman. You ladies got to get it together, man. You got to get it together, man. Us brothers, man, we done, bro. Told you guys already, man. These women from the other nations, y'all got to start moving that wave, fam. It's over. Look at what's going on. She's telling women in their 20s to be toxic, so you can forget about wifing them up in their 20s. It's not going to happen. You ain't going to find no sisters, virgins in their 20s. It's just not going to be there. So wifing up the average woman in today's day, it's the thing of the past. It's just not going to happen. By the time these women hit 35, 40, that's when they're going to want to get right. Because right now they're living their best life in their 20s. In other words, be crazy in your 20s, wild out, party, sleep around, be a mess in your 20s. And then by the time you hit your 30s, now you can figure out settling down. By then, we don't want you. Recreational use. But I'm the bad guy, remember? I'm the bad guy because I'm speaking this truth. I'm horrible. I must hate women, right? Because I'm speaking the truth? That's what you ladies think? So let me get this straight. Me teaching you to keep your legs closed mean that I hate you. That's what you're saying, right? Because that's what you women do. Anytime I speak, you say I'm sick, I'm crazy, I'm misogynistic, I'm a this, I'm a that. I'm all these negative things. But for some reason, all I'm trying to do is lead you the right way. But for some reason, I'm the bad guy. This is really bad, man. This is why I say there's no hope for them. There's no hope for the daughters of Zion. None whatsoever. They don't want leadership. They don't want guidance. They don't want to be holy. They don't want to be chaste. And you know what gets me even more? You want to know what gets me even more? You ladies in the chat. We got to talk about it. I'm very disappointed. A lot of you ladies love claiming that you're good women. You come across like you're good women, but you're not. We're calling it out. You're not. You could get offended if you want. Because if it don't apply, it would fly. If it's not you, then it's not true. But if you have a reaction, then we know you were a hit dog that holla. A lot of you ain't good. A lot of you been on the fence playing. A lot of you type of ladies love to say, shalom, shalom, shalom. God, God, God. You don't serve God. You're just like GloRilla. Just with a different mask on. Never calling it out. Never talking about it. Never holding women accountable. But you act like you're with God. You're acting like you're righteous or some sort of holy woman. Because you're trying to make yourself stand out. But you're just like them. Because if you weren't, you'll be on another side. You'll be on the side of history that says, I'm a decent woman. I'm doing the right thing, and I got fruit to show. Not a bunch of lip service. And that's what a lot of women have in today's day. That's why I don't take none of y'all serious. None. Because none of you are doing the work that the Most High called you to do. None are doing the work. The Bible says that the woman that is of age is supposed to be teaching the younger women how to be wives. How could you teach a young woman to be a wife if you're not a wife? How could you teach a young woman how to be a keeper of the home if you're not a keeper of the home? You can't. So you failed too. So before you look at GloRilla, we got to look at you. Before you pass judgment on GloRilla, what about you? What about the sneaky link that you bring in the house late at night? What about that guy that you sleep around with that's not your husband? Oh, we got quiet now, right? You thought we didn't know about you? You're too quick to speak. See, everybody, it's easy to judge GloRilla because you could see her sin, you could see the madness, you could see the dysfunction. But what about you ladies in the clouds? What about you ladies in the chat? What about what you do? What about that man you messing around with? Have you repented? Or are you still in your sin? What about that guy you messing with at the job? He's not your husband, but you sleeping with him. What's going on there? That's toxic. You're doing the same thing. You're no different. So who are you to judge? You see my point? You mad? Oh, of course you're mad. You're mad because the truth applies to you. That's why. See, if what I said don't apply to you, you're not bothered. See, if you ladies came into the chat and said, black men are deadbeat dads, that's not bothering me because I take care of my kids. I'm not moved by that because I know I'm a good father. But see, now, if you see men coming in the chat defending themselves, not all fathers are the same. I'm a good father. I take care of my kids. Why am I defending myself? That mean that I'm a hit dog. That mean that I know I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm trying to make myself seem like I'm a good father. See, you ladies could come online and say black men ain't ish all day. It's not moving me. I don't feel no way. I don't care because you're not talking to me. I'm blessed. You understand? I'm a blessed man. And I know I'm great. I don't need nobody to tell me I'm great. I don't need nobody to tell me that I'm good. I know that already. I'm confident in who I am. I don't need no validation about anything. You understand? Ringo, you're ugly. That's not going to work on me. I already know who I am. Right? Ringo, you mad. You can't get women. Okay, whatever you say. None of that stuff moves me. Because people that do that are hurt people. Hurt people love to hurt people. So they do those type of things to try to bring down your confidence because they're not confident people. They're jealous of the fact that you're secure within yourself. We live in a world where there are so many insecure people because they destroy their lives. Don't get mad at me because your life sucks. It's not my problem. That's yours. You ladies are supposed to be out here dealing with these type of issues. These issues that GloRilla is doing, you ladies are supposed to be on the front line dealing with this. But you're not. I got to talk about it. Because you ladies are not talking about it because you're doing it. You're supposed to be serving God. You're supposed to be the daughters of Zion. You're supposed to be chaste, holy, pure, discreet, decent. Women that move in silence. Humble, teachable, pliable, flexible. That's how you're supposed to be. Women of purpose. Women that respect the man she's with enough to serve him as unto the Lord. But you're not doing that. Instead, you go out late at night, 2, 3 in the morning, to go to the club, to party, drink, and BS. Living your best life being toxic. And then when you're 35 pushing 40, all of a sudden now you become a Christian, you go to church, you wear a dashiki and a head wrap, and now all of a sudden you're praying to Jesus for a husband. You really think God is going to send you a husband? Listen, ladies, let me say something to you real quick, because I don't think you understand this. God Almighty is never sending you a husband. Nowhere in the Bible is God sending a woman a husband. No. God don't send women husbands. That's not the way it is. Your purpose is to be a helpmate. The Most High created you to be a helpmate for a man to fulfill purpose and vision. He did not make a man to come to you to serve you. And too many of you ladies, especially in the church, are sitting around praying to Jesus for him to send you a husband. He's not under any obligation, according to his scriptures, to send you a husband. Husbands are not coming to women to be helpmates. Your job as a woman is to prepare your life so that you can serve a man. But instead, you serve your job. 14 hours a day, slaving at a 9 to 5 for a company that don't give a fuck about you. But when it comes to a man, you don't want to serve. You just complain all day. But when you go to work, you don't complain about your supervisor. When you go to work, you do as you're told. You come there on time. You make sure all the work is done. You make sure that company make a lot of money. But when it comes to a man, you don't think that you're put here to serve. You don't think that you're here to cater to that man, to bring forth that vision. You don't think that it's your job to do anything. I ain't no slave. I ain't cooking him nothing. But when you go to job, you giving people coffee. You're asking your supervisor, hey, I'm going to the store. Do you want anything? This is what you do when you're on your job. You literally will tell your supervisor and your boss, I'm going to get lunch. You want me to bring you back something? Wow. But when it comes to your man, do you give him that kind of treatment? No, you don't. And you know why? Because you listen to the likes of GloRilla. That's what you pay attention to.
Hey, ladies, how on you? When I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s.
Be toxic for the rest of your 20s.
You only get one life.
You only get one life. So let me get this straight. So because you get one life, it's a good idea to be toxic in your 20s. Why would you want to do that if you only get one life? Surely you would want to do the right thing. Why would you want to be toxic in your 20s and waste 10 years being toxic when them 10 years could have been you preparing for life?
Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn that shit up a notch. Enjoy the rest of your 20s.
Enjoy the rest of your 20s. Turn it up a notch if you're delusional. This is what she's saying. Absolutely crazy, y'all. There's no hope, man. There is no hope for today's modern woman, bro. And you know what's so interesting? When I do this kind of content, right, and I say there's no hope for today's modern women, women get upset. And I'm trying to think, are you really educated or dumb? Because if I say there's no hope for today's modern women, what kind of women am I talking about? Put it in the chat. What kind of women am I talking about if I say there's no hope for modern women? I want to see from the educated people. Because a lot of people are slow and they have selective hearing and they just hear what they want to hear. If it don't apply to you, why are you so invested in what I say? How is it that my words have so much power that it gets under your skin and ruin your day? That's because I must be speaking the truth, which apply to you. That's why. I'm talking about wicked women, demonic, toxic women, ungodly, unholy women. So if it don't apply to you, you shouldn't even be alarmed. But the reason why you're alarmed is because you know that you're toxic just like GloRilla. You know that already. I don't got to tell you. You know you're toxic just like her. You know you're out here doing dirt. How many of you ladies serve God? How many of you ladies obey what the Bible says? Let's see a show of a one. How many of you ladies obey the Bible? Watch this, guys. How many of you ladies obey the Bible? Cover to cover. How many of you ladies obey the Bible? Cover to cover. How many of you ladies obey the Bible? Cover to cover. How many? Guys, are you looking at that chat? Isn't that sad? Now watch this. How many of you ladies support and embrace polygyny in terms of a man having more than one wife? Now watch this, brothers. Why none of you ladies have that man that you claim that you support polygyny for? Hypocrites. This is what I mean, guys, when it comes to being religious. All of these women claiming that they serve God, all of these women claim they support a man having more than one wife, but none of these women have a man in whom they're practicing polygyny with. Let that make sense. That's crazy. That's called being religious. Just saying things because it sounds nice. But where's the husband? Where's the husband that you have that have more than one wife? If you're really a woman about purpose and you follow God. This is why I don't take none of these women serious, fam. It's like, it's just one big talk, man. I can't take none of them serious, fam. Can't. Just talk. It's just a bunch of talk. Stuff is sad. The women out here that's doing the work right now is GloRilla. GloRilla, Sukiana, Sexy Red, Ice Spice, Beyonce, all of those women, they're doing the work of the devil. You ladies that claim you serve God, you're not doing no work. I don't see you on social media doing no work. I don't see you in the real world doing no work. You not with no man bringing forth no results. You're not doing a damn thing. But these women that we talking about, they're doing the work for the devil. And they're getting a heck of results, fam. Think about it. Think about what's going on here, fam. None of these women serve God, guys. Don't believe the hype. None of them. Ask any of these women when's the last time they picked up a Bible. They don't read no Bible, fam. They watch my videos. That's how they learn about God at the end of the day. They never even pray, fam. When was the last time they even prayed? When was the last time you ladies prayed? Come on, stop the cap. You're capping, fam. The only way you ladies can even know God is from a man. That's the only way. The only way any of you ladies can know about God is from a man. There is no way any of you ladies, especially if you single, that you out here serving God and you don't got no man. It's not happening. You lying. If you know anything about God, you got it from a man. You got it from me. You got it from another brother in the truth. You were listening to some guy in order to learn anything about God, but getting it yourself? No. You ain't get nothing on your own. GloRilla is out here doing the work of the devil. And we got all these women claiming they serving God. And yet, they not even fulfilling scripture. You know? It's crazy, man. Why are you highlighting my name asking me to do some damn voice to make you laugh? You think this is a fucking game, man? You think this is a game I'm playing here? Like, what am I, some circus clown for you? This ain't no game, man. I'm pissed off at what's going on out here. You got these women out here looking crazy. And you worried about me making some damn voice to make you laugh? I'm a circus clown for you? You support this show? Do you support this work? What, I supposed to get up and start buck dancing? People got some damn nerves, man. Got brothers out here trying to push this truth, and we got women out here claiming they serving God and they ain't doing a damn thing to help no damn man. How you serving God? You're not even a helpmate to a man. How you a woman of God and you not even a helpmate to a righteous man. I told you 1,000 times, brothers, man, none of these women serve the Most High, bro. If a woman is serving God, she would be a helpmate to a man. If she's not a helpmate, fam, she's not doing anything. You know? Just keeping it a buck with you, fam. It's crazy. But this is what's going on. They don't want to serve God, man. They really don't. They don't want to serve God. They hate the truth. They hate the men of God. Because, see, all I'm going to do if you're a woman is rebuke. Rebuke, correct, exhort. That's my job. My job is not to tickle your ears. I'm not here to tickle ears. If you come here looking for me to tickle your ears, you're in the wrong place. My job as a man is not to tickle no woman's ears with a bunch of sweet nothings. My job is to give you the truth. If you don't want the truth, you can leave. Because that's just more proof you can't have a man, and you'll never be able to be a wife. Ever. Not even a concubine, because you won't even be able to stand in front of a man. Because when he tell you to do something and you don't do it, you got to go. You got to go, fam. Don't tell me you a woman of God and I tell you to do something and you giving me an attitude, but when you go to your job, you do as you're told, fam, you got to go. And see, guys, this is what I'm trying to teach. These women, they're very faithful at their job, bro. They do as they're told. But when it comes to them serving a man tell them, I need you to do this for me. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it. You tell your boss that? No, you don't tell your boss that. You don't tell your supervisor that. Why are you disrespecting your man? It's disrespectful to tell your man any sort of lip service when he give you an instruction to do something. I ain't no slave, Ringo. I'm not no slave. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Well, then you got to go. You got to go. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. I'm not wasting my time. You know? Salute to the prism of the ism for the $4.99. Good question. How you a woman serving Yah without a righteous brother? How are you a woman serving the Most High Yah without a righteous man? You ain't serving God. You're serving yourself. Because a woman is supposed to fulfill purpose for the man. That's your only purpose. If you're out here doing your own thing, you're not even walking in your calling as a woman. I said, if you're a woman who is single, you don't got no husband, no man, nothing, no guide, and you're just doing your own thing, living your life, you haven't even started to live your life yet. You haven't even fulfilled purpose. Your entire life is vain at this point because you're born to serve a man. You're born to be a helpmate. So what exactly are you doing to be a helpmate to fulfill purpose for this man building the kingdom? What are you doing? Because if your womb as a woman isn't actively producing children for a man, you're not even saved, according to the Bible. Because I find this, guys, check this out, brothers. Most of the time, and this is very truthful, a lot of times when I ask the question of, and this is real talk, this is no cap. Normally when I ask women, how many of you women are in support of a man having more than one wife? It normally be women that are older or women that are not physically attractive like the Lori Harvey types. You could get upset. I don't care if you get mad. I'm giving you the hard, stone cold truth. It be those women that be ready to say, me. That's because they don't have a man. So they're trying to jump on board after they ruin their life after being in their 20s. But it normally be the women that are over 40, got kids out of wedlock, not physically fit the way they want to be, put on a few pounds, somewhere in that mix, that's where you'll find those women that will say, I support polygyny. Tell me I'm lying. Because if you're a woman and you support polygyny, you're supposed to already have a husband. And if you don't have that, then something ain't right. I question your belief. You're just capping because you most likely don't got no man and you're trying to get with a man in hopes that a man will take you in. It's not going to happen. Shout out to D Nightman for the $5 support. So keep up the good work, Ringo. I guess he's saying I've learning a lot from you. TK says, is there a woman you admire? I don't admire no woman. Admire her for what? What am I admiring a woman for? A woman is supposed to admire a man. Talking about admire, you're talking about respect. A woman is supposed to respect a man. A better question is, what man do you admire? And if you admire him, why are you not his wife? That's the question. If you admire a man as a woman, you would be serving a man, bringing forth children, catering to him, and doing what you need to do. You're not doing that. The question is vain and void, because men are not here to admire women. Men are here to guide women, correct women, teach them, educate them, so they could be meat for the master's use. Women are the one who's supposed to admire men. See, do you see how women got it all backwards, guys? Do you see how everything is twisted? Is there a woman you admire? You know what the person is really implying? That you hate women. That's basically what they're saying. Without even saying it, that's exactly what the question really means. Is that because of how I'm sharing this truth, is there any woman that you like? Because it seemed like you hate women. That's what they're saying. Do you see how easy I read you, TK? That's because I'm one of the Most High's prophets. It's very easy for me to do that. You see? So the question is, where's the man you admire? Where's the man all of you women admire? And why aren't you serving that man to fulfill purpose? Because all you ladies do is just waste time. These women are on the front line working. They're the ones that's working out here. They're the ones that are destroying our young women. And you ladies that claim you serving God, you're not doing anything. You know? D Park says, my girl mad at you because I listen to you. I know. A lot of these women are upset, fam. They don't want brothers to have this truth. They don't want them to wake up. And even if you're a brother who is already woke, if your girl catch you listening to me, she's going to get mad and threaten to break up the relationship. Let her go if she do. You know? Just do what you got to do, fam. Let her know what her position is. If you got kids with her, that's a different story. But if you don't got no kids with her, you let her know straight up and down. I don't know her situation. I don't know your situation, respectfully. But you got to make sure that you put your foot down. Let her know where you stand as a man. And be very stern. You know, it's her loss. You guys have to have standards. You have to have standards when you're talking to women. As a man, you got to know who you are. You got to understand that there's no other guy like you. So when you deal with women, they got to respect that. If they don't, they can go. It's not bothering me. They will never have a guy like you. Never. There's only but a few men in this world that are real. Everybody else is just playing games. That's why all of these women are always getting ran through by toxic men. You know? This is crazy, man.
You only get to do this shit one time. Hey, ladies, how on you? When I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know, be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years.
Imagine playing a video game and you only have one life. You playing a video game, you only have one life, and you got to conquer the game. And if you mess up one time, it's over. That's basically what she's telling you to do. She's literally telling you, you have one life to live. Go ruin your life in your 20s. That's the devil speaking through her. The devil is speaking through GloRilla, telling you, go ruin your life. Listen, when GloRilla says, be toxic, translation, she's basically telling women, ruin your life in your early 20s so that by the time you hit 30, you won't have not one chance of a good relationship with a man. Because by the time you hit 30, you're going to run up your numbers in terms of your body count. You're going to most likely have kids out of wedlock. You're going to have so much trauma, drama, hurt, pain, bitterness, resentment from different men. So by the time you're 30, you're going to be just used, abused, broken, on a healing journey, dabbling in different religions. You're going to be a Christian, a Hindu, a Buddhist, a Muslim. You're going to be into this spirituality thing where you're going to be burning incense, reading horoscopes. You're going to be into tarot card reading, dealing with demons and spirits, all while acting like you're serving God. And you're never going to have no success. Ladies, listen to me very carefully. Listen to the shocking truth. The majority of you will never be a wife in this life. It's not going to happen. I'm prophesying this to you. I'm telling you the truth. Not in this life. Because you have rebelled against God. And he's sending judgment your way. The judgment will be this, as follow, moving forward. Recreational use, single motherhood, passed around. That's going to be the result. Yeah, it's happening right now. Recreational use, single motherhood, or being passed around. And you know what's so funny about this is that you're doing all the dirty work. You're the one allowing yourself to be passed around. You're the one opening your womb to get pregnant by a man that ain't ish, right? You're the one that is dating different guys being recreational use. So you're doing this to yourself. It's really sad, man. Show me a woman who is holy. Show me a woman of purpose. Where is she? Book of Proverbs 31. Who can find a virtuous woman? Who can find her? Show me her. Show me a BW in today's day that is a virtuous woman of God. Show me it. Where is she? She's not around. What we see is what we see on the screen here.
So 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit.
You can't teach a woman like that anything. Women like her are done. You can't teach her nothing. You cannot. A woman like that is gone. She have given herself over to a reprobate mind. She's with Satan. You can't tell her anything. It's really sad. Does she even have kids? Does she got kids, y'all? Does she have kids? How old is she? And do she got kids? Somebody say, yup. Does she got kids? She don't got no kids? She's 24, no kids. But I know she's been around. That's pretty easy for me to know. 24. And that toxic already. And you guys would have a baby with her? Not me. I wouldn't even try to smash, bro. Like I said, I'm turned off completely. I'll be concerned about my health. I'll be concerned about my spiritual health. Everything would be on the line. I wouldn't even do it. It's not worth it. Well, I know she's been around the block. I know that. That's easy to know. All you gotta do is just look at the music and you could just tell. Completely toxic. And the sad thing about it is it's celebrated as good culture for our women. You have to understand, ladies, GloRilla paints the image of you in the public. So while you get upset with me saying I'm misogynistic, but you don't got nothing to say about GloRilla making your image look horrible, that's crazy. You ladies support her at the end of the day. Y'all support GloRilla. Y'all bump that music in your car when you with your girls. That's what y'all play. You know? Don't you just love comments like that? The not all comment. It came from another goddess woman. She called herself a 305 goddess. Not all. They love saying not all. But they're basically saying is that they don't got no issues. They're perfect. They don't got a problem. Well, if that's the case, you would be a wife. You would be bearing children for a godly man. Your husband would be serving the Most High Yah. You'll have it all together. You know? And this is crazy, man. There's no hope, guys. How many young girls want to be like GloRilla? How many young girls are dancing like GloRilla? Wearing their lashes like GloRilla? Anytime women have the name goddess in their name, that's self-worship. You understand? That's self-worship and sin. It goes back to different ancient Egypt goddesses and various other worships. A lot of ladies don't understand what they're doing. Like I said, they're involved in all of this other mess and they call themselves these names, not realizing what they're doing. You know? They're basically saying that they're God. They put themselves as God above the Most High. That's what it means when they say they're a goddess. They're saying, worship me. You have to worship me. And what you're basically worshiping is her body, the vagina. That's what it's all about. When a woman says she's a goddess, it's about vagina worship. This is why a lot of guys thirst over women and lose their mind. Because it's all about thirst and worship. Notice what divine goddess says. She says, don't listen to him because he's trying to force his personal beliefs. Goddess means to be connected to the higher power. That's not what we're saying. Guys, do you see how they don't serve God? Where in the Bible does it say that? Where in the Bible does it say that if you call yourself a goddess, that it means you're connected to the higher power? Guys, when I say recreational use, man, I am serious, bro. There's no hope. Brothers, focus on the Most High, focus on your money, focus on health and fitness. Women are last. Do not wife up any modern woman whatsoever. If a woman is not a virgin, you don't make her a wife. The only woman that you wife up are virgin women, women that are 100% pure, never been defiled by a man. That is what you call worthy of being a wife. Everything else is a concubine. You get with a woman, concubine. Single mother, concubine. If you get with a single mother, you're not there to take care of her kids. No, we're not there to take care of your kids. Call your baby daddy, tell him to take care of his kids. Because none of you ladies would step up to the plate to be a stepmommy to kids from a man that got 3 baby mamas, and none of those women are taking care of their kids. You're not going to do it. So don't expect a man to take care of your kids. Brothers, we have to have standards. We must have standards and we must live by them. We must be stern and direct, and we shouldn't waver in our authority. Moving forward, if you get with a woman and she's not trying to submit as a wife, she just want to play, she just want to have fun, recreational use. Do you hear me? If you get with a woman and she don't want to settle down to be a wife or a concubine and build, she just want to play, see you on the weekend, recreational use. That's it. We don't got time to waste. We don't got time to do anything. Especially you younger brothers, my advice to you is this, guys. Don't spend no money on a modern woman. Not $1. Remember, these women are independent. They get their own money. They don't need your money, remember? No dinner dates. You don't ever take a woman out on a dinner date, brother. If you're a young brother in your 20s, your late teens, you're never supposed to take a woman out on a dinner date. That goes against the rules in the handbook of life. All you're doing is spoiling her. She don't really appreciate you. A woman, young brother, is supposed to fix you dinner. She's supposed to cook for you. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not you taking her to a restaurant to feed her. No. What are you doing that for? I'll tell you what you're doing that for. Because you want to fuck. Be a man. If you're a man and you're trying to smash the sister, just tell her in her face that you want to fuck. Don't take her on a dinner date because you're trying to impress her enough to sleep with you. Just tell her what your intentions are. See, as men, you're not supposed to lie to women, play this little game that everybody else is playing. As grown men, we don't do that. We just tell women what we want to tell them. You know, if you're with a sister, right, and you kicking and you vibing with her, you want me to tell you how you do this thing real simple? Rather than beating behind the bush trying to make something happen, you call the woman to your side, right? Like while you talking to her, having regular conversations, and you tell her, look, let me tell you something in your ear real quick. And you go in by her ear and you tell her exactly what you want to do to her in her ear. You'll thank me later for that. That's all you got to do. You don't got to do all of that extra stuff, buying gifts and taking her hair and doing all this stupid stuff. Just tell her what you want to do in her ear. Watch what happens. Watch what happens when you tell her what you're going to tell her and you move from her ear and you look at her eye to eye. Something's going to happen. It's going to click. Because in her mind, she was probably thinking the same thing, but she's not going to tell you. She's waiting for you to have some balls enough to say exactly what's on your mind. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're a man, you're supposed to be attracted to a woman, and a woman is supposed to be attracted to a man. So the chemistry should already be there. If a woman is not sexually attracted to you, it don't even make no sense you and her kicking it and talking to each other. That's why no dinner dates is the standard. Because to be honest with you, if a woman is really feeling you, she don't care about your money. She's not even looking for nothing from you in terms of monetary. She just want to be around you. When a woman is really vibing with you and she's really feeling you, bro, she just want to kick it with you. She want you in her presence. She want your arms around her. She want to feel the warmth of your body when she's really into you. When a woman is into you, bro, she's going to text you first. You give her your number, she give you hers, fam, she's going to be texting you back. As soon as you write her, she's going to text you back. If you text her and she ain't write you back in 6 hours, fam, she already got another man. I'm just telling you straight. No woman is that busy, bro, that she waited 6 hours to hit you back, bro. She got some other dude, so she's playing you. But she'll keep you on the roster, on the rotation, just to see what she can get out of you. When a woman is really, really feeling you, bro, as soon as you hit her up, she hit you back because you're on her mind. You get what I'm saying? Understand the game, bro. It's really simple. So if you holler at a shorty and whatnot and she playing these little games, just delete her, man, put her on the block list and keep it moving, bro. If she see you in the street and she stop you or whatever the case is, hey, don't waste your time with her because she's playing herself. We don't got time to waste, bro. So again, guys, you got to be that kind of brother that is just busy about your business, and women are going to come to you like a magnet. That's all you got to do. Just be about your business, bro. Just be about what you do. I'm not talking about faking it. I'm talking about being about your business. And just stay out of the way. And women are just going to come to you. That's how it works. You know? So that's about it. We're going to get up on out of here. Probably be back later on tonight with another one. Let me give a few shout outs on this Cash App. Because these women, they just stay upset with me all damn day for no reason. It don't make no sense. All I've shared throughout this stream is nothing but good news, game, insight, advice. These ladies still don't want to hear. I don't understand them, man. They really hate me without a cause, bro. I think I shouted out Alice, but I'll shout you out again. Alice for the 5. Sheila for the 5. Deborah for the 10. Diane for the 10. Lady Divine for the 25. And Wesley for the $15 support. Appreciate you. Again, fam, if it don't apply, let it fly, right? If it don't apply, let it fly. Why do women stay in their feelings every time a man speaks? Because you ruin your life. None of you ladies should be upset when this truth come forth. You being upset is a sign that you got problems that you need to work out. It's no different than if I'm a brother. You know what's so interesting, fam? Men are able to take criticism. Not all, but most men do. You can have a brother who is obese. He's overweight. And we could tell that brother, hey, yo, bro, you need to hit the gym. You need to do this. He ain't going to get in his feelings and start crying and saying, you're shaming me. He's not going to do that. He's going to man up because he's going to appreciate that the brothers are looking out for him. Because if we ain't had no love for him, we wouldn't tell him. We'll just leave him be. You can have a brother who's ugly, and he'll be like, look, I might be ugly, but I'm gonna still holler at shorty. I know a lot of dudes that most females would consider ugly, but that dude pull more women. That dudes that you would think got it going for themselves, the ugly dude is able to pull all the women because of his confidence. Nobody could stop him. So how is it that anytime a woman hear information from a man, she start crying? She can't even take the criticism. And I don't even know none of these women. Y'all be looking at me getting upset, and I don't even know you. I don't know where you live. I don't know your name. I don't know what you look like, but you be in your home or in the streets mad with your phone, mad in your house while your kids is running up and down, mad at me because you don't got no man. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, fam. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get up on out of here. Shout out to S7 coming through with another super chat sponsoring the show. Says hashtag the best YouTuber. Appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that. Said thank you, Ringo, and salute. Appreciate that, fam. Seriously. Appreciate that. So, ladies, my final words moving forward. GloRilla is setting you up to be failures. You can take her advice or you can take my advice. My advice is to repent of your sins. My advice is to cut off any woman in your life that is toxic. Cut them off today. If you want to prepare yourself to be a godly woman, a woman who is holy, you're going to have to repent by cutting off all those females that are doing dirt, because they're toxic. And you're going to become toxic just like them. So it's best to seek God. If you don't know the Bible, if you don't know the scriptures, the best thing to do is ask God for guidance. Just say, hey, Most High, I don't know how to pray. I don't really know nothing about this, but I'm a woman. I'm trying to get my life right. I heard a video from Ringo. I really don't know what to say, but I know that there's a God. I keep hearing Ringo say the Most High Yah, so I'm coming to you, Most High Yah, for advice, for guidance, for wisdom. I don't have a husband. I don't have a man, but I want to do better. I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of being toxic. I'm tired of hanging around toxic women. I just want to do the right thing. Could you guide me in doing the right thing? And you pray that prayer, and you got to mean it from the heart. And then what he's going to do is he's going to begin to convict you about different things you're doing. Don't despise the chastisement of the Most High. He's going to begin to point out things. He's going to tell you who to cut off. And you got to obey, because if not, you're going to grow worse. Right? So tune into my content, learn from the material. Avoid these women that keep telling you don't listen to me, because they're toxic. Anytime you hear a woman, now here's another thing, ladies. Anytime a woman say don't listen to me, that's a toxic woman. Anytime you hear a woman say don't listen to me, she's toxic. Why? Because number one, she's listening to me. Most of these women subscribe to me. They listen to me all the time, but they'll tell you don't listen to me. That's toxic right there. That's crazy. That's hypocrisy. That doesn't make no sense. You tell a woman don't listen to me, but you're listening to me every single day I talk. That's crazy. But anyway, the choice is yours, ladies. You can follow GloRilla and be toxic in your 20s. I can promise you, all that toxic seed that you plant in your 20s is going to hit you in your 30s. So by the time you're 40, nobody's going to want you because of your lifestyle. That being said, peace and blessings to the mods. Peace and blessings to the chat. I think I seen Tracy in the building. It is what it is. Shout out to all the other moderators. Maybe they busy getting some rest, probably at work, whatever the case is. We'll be back later on. Going to tackle some more stories with Keke Palmer and Steve Harvey. I'll talk about that a little later. I got some things I got to do. So that being said, y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call them up right after the show. If you haven't, hey, do it today. Call up your mom. Say, hey, ma, love you. Just calling to say how you doing. Just checking in on you. Wanted to make sure that you're good. If you need anything, give me a call. Next week, I'll probably stop by the house and see how you're doing. And it is what it is, right? Call up your pop. Hey, yo, pop, what's good? Hey, I just called to check up on you, just to thank you for all the sacrifices you've done in life, all the wisdom you taught me as a young man. Every day I learn something new, and I'm always applying the principles that you taught me. And out of all the men in this world, you have always been the most influential. And I just want to let you know that even in your elderly age now, I really think that you fulfill the will of God for your life by the fact that you instill values in me. So even if as a man you weren't able to accomplish all the things you wanted to do in your lifetime, I just want you to know that I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to go in life and do the things that you always wanted to do. So with that said, Dad, man, I got much love for you, much respect, and I really appreciate you. And I'm gonna bring the kids over next weekend. We could probably watch a movie, watch the game, whatever the case is, or just talk and just have a good time. And I'll talk to you another time. And that's what you got to do, fam. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long. So do that today. Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Ringo TV Reactions. Best reactionary channel on YouTube. Hands down. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.